Welcome back to the SIP session for another fresh conversation. I'm your host, Ashley, and today I'm joined by Canadian singer-songwriter Kaiya Gamble. From earning a golden ticket on American Idol to opening for major artists and releasing her latest single, High School Play, Kaiya is an artist you definitely want to have on your radar. We talk about her journey, her music, and what's next. So let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SIP session. Today, I'm here with the lovely Kaiya Gamble. How are you today?
I am so good. How are you, Ashley?
I'm fantastic because I'm chatting with you.
I know. I was just about to say that. I was like, we're doing the podcast. I'm feeling great.
Vibes are immaculate. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So where are you calling from today? Are you at home?
I am at home. I'm in my childhood bedroom. Yes.
Love it.
This is where many songs have been written and many nights have been slept in, I guess. I don't know why I introed it like that, but yes, I am from Calgary.
It's the nostalgia. Yeah.
It is, yeah. But I'm from Calgary, born and raised, so that's where I'm calling from. And you're from Toronto, yeah?
I'm actually based in Guelph, Ontario. I don't know if you've ever been to Guelph, but that is where I am based out of, and I am in my home in Guelph currently.
Love it. Okay, I've never been to Guelph, but I've heard great things.
Okay, well, next time you're around, you have to come visit because there are some really cool things. And the weather being nicer, like there's tons of cool stuff. So yes.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to add that. Yeah, I'm adding that to my next trip itinerary. Come to Guelph, hang with Ashley.
Yes, hang out with me. I will take you places. It'll be great.
Yay!
So how's life been going for you lately?
Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. It's been so crazy. I have just been doing music all the time, which has been my dream since I was a little girl. It's been so special. So yeah, I just put out a single in March. So I have been talking about that lots. And I even got to go out to Toronto because Amazon Music put my face on a billboard there, which was so crazy. So those are some things that have been happening in my life right now. And performing when I can lots, and yeah, writing new music, which I'm super excited about. I'm in Toronto again next week writing some more songs. So yeah, just working on the craft and enjoying life too, spending time with fam and trying to find a balance when I can. But yeah, it's been good. I'm really just finding myself lately really full of gratitude for everything that's going on and being able to pursue my passion so wholeheartedly. I've not taking it for granted the last little while. It's been really special.
Oh my gosh, of course. Absolutely. Well, we love to see it. The billboard, oh my gosh. I can't even imagine what that feels like to stand. It's in Dundas Square, right? Like where, to just stand there and then be like, that's my face. That is my face.
I think I legitimately said those exact words. I was like, that is my face on that board. Yeah, no, it was absolutely surreal. I feel like it felt like the past 10 years of work and time and effort and sacrifice that I've put into this all in one moment sort of coming together. And it was really special. I got to be there with my mom, who has just been so supportive. I have an amazing set of parents and an amazing family support system. So the fact that she got to be there to see that in person, I feel like was really special. And the fact she got to be a part of that was really cool too. But yeah, it was such a crazy day. And then we got to go and meet the folks at Amazon later, and I got to express how grateful I was. And yeah, it was just an absolutely surreal bucket list moment, something that I've had on my vision board for forever that I got to cross off, and insane.
Absolutely. And like incredible that you got to share that moment and memory with your parents, with your mom. Like, oh, I can only imagine. So happy for you. That is just like, bucket list item. And we are here for it. We're here for all those bucket list items. Yes.
Thank you. That is so kind.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited to chat today. We have lots to get into. So let's start from the beginning. When did music first, feel like become something serious for you? I feel like it has always been in your life, maybe. Like it's something that, because you've been. So tell us, like, let us know from the beginning, Kaiya from the beginning and music.
Kaiya from the beginning and music. It all started. It all started
Well,
when it's like, well, let me take you back to the very beginning. I was 9, and it was my music teacher at school who came up to my parents one day after school and said, "Did you know Kaya has this really natural ability to recognize pitch and a natural musicality?" And my parents are not musical whatsoever. So they both were like, "We have no idea." So I started taking piano lessons, and it wasn't really until I put piano and singing together that something really clicked in me. I learned how to accompany myself while I sang songs like Rise Up by Andra Day, Lost Boy by Ruth B. Yeah, like beautiful
oh,
power ballad
love
songs.
it.
And I just realized there was something in me that just really fell in love with it. And the more I learned about music, the more I delved into songwriting and performing, the more I realize that music has such an inherent way to connect with people. It connects you to yourself, it connects you to the world around you, and connects you to people you've never even met before in such a beautiful and intimate way. And I thought, I kind of want to do this for the rest of my life. And I guess I've never really stopped since then. But yeah, I'm forever grateful to my music teachers for seeing that in me when I was young, and all of the coaches that I've had since then for fostering that ability. And yeah, it's been a really crazy journey since, but yeah. That's the beginning.
Yeah, well, we're so glad that your music teacher saw that. Shout out to teachers, first of all. Yay,
Yes.
teachers.
Mhm.
Yes, teachers. I mean, I'm biased because I am also a teacher, but like, yes, teacher.
What do you teach?
Oh, that's elementary.
Oh,
Currently, I'm in grade 3. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that
I
so
just,
much.
oh, yeah. I just went back 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, I really think
Yes.
behind every person is an army of people who believed in them, and teachers are such a core part of that. I feel like they teach us so much, literally teach us so much, not only about what we're learning, but about ourselves. A good teacher does. And yeah, I've had so many amazing mentors in my life and teachers. And yeah, so shout out teachers, Ashley. And I commend you
Shout
because
out.
yes, I bet you're making a real difference for your kids too. I know we just met, but I can kind
Oh,
of already
that's
tell.
oh, well, thank you. So I think also hearing it from somebody that's not your parents is almost like
Mhm.
that extra push to be like, okay,
There's
like
something
somebody
else
else thinks
here.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, shout out to your grade 4 teacher, your
Yes.
9, grade
Yes.
3 teacher for being like, I think you need to pursue this. Okay, so 9 years old, you're 19 now, 20, 19?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Jeez, you are, oh my gosh. And you're so accomplished already. And you've
Oh.
so much more to go. This is amazing. So you've been in Toronto a lot. So what's
Mhm.
bringing you to Toronto? You're saying you're recording. Like what is bringing you to Toronto for your
Yeah,
music?
so Toronto is one of my favorite cities ever. And I think it's because of the experiences I've had there, but also just the electric vibe of Toronto. It's always moving, it's always bustling. And I just absolutely love it. And yeah, it's just yeah, I think electric's the only way really to describe it. The first time I ever went there was for my first ever performance outside of Calgary, which was very cool. I was doing an award show called the Women of Inspiration Awards in Toronto, and I think I was 12. And that was the first time I ever was in Toronto. And I just remember thinking, literally walking through Dundas Square and thinking, oh my gosh, one day I want to be here as an artist for my original music. Because I think I was singing covers at the award show, and it was a really fun show. But I thought, oh my gosh, I'd really love to come back here one day. And then 2020 two, I got accepted to Canadian Music Week to perform as a festival showcase artist. And it was really cool. I was the youngest artist on the lineup, and I was so excited to be selected. So that was the next time I was in Toronto. And I've done Canadian Music Week, and now it's called Departure. I think 3 times now, and performing in Toronto is always something that I love doing. So performing is definitely a reason that I come out to Toronto, but I've also been out for writing sessions, which have been so cool. I've gotten to write at studios, at like Sony Music Publishing. The first time I wrote at Sony Music, oh my gosh, I was just in such awe because you walk in and like Celine Dion is on the wall and all
Oh,
the
I can't.
Junos are there. And I'm like,
Oh
what
my
am
gosh.
I doing here? I was like just 16. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, and so I've been able to go for writing, which has been so much fun working with Toronto-based creatives. There's so many amazing people. Um, writing, recording, performing, and yeah, and I've been able to come out to meet some industry folks out there too, which has been so lovely. And I some of my favorite people are in Toronto and friends that I've made in the music industry. So yeah, I absolutely love Toronto and I can't wait to go back already. But yeah, it's a great city.
So you're going back and forth. Like, how is that? Because that's a lot of travel.
Hmm.
Like, are you used to it? Do you feel a little bit drained? Do you feel like when you come back and then all of a sudden you're packing up again? Or are you just like, no, it's adrenaline rush and I'm all for it?
It's a great question. I think at this point in my life and career, it's a lot of the adrenaline side of things. I'm just so excited to be in
For sure.
Toronto, excited to be in it, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
actively going and doing and writing and being in the music scene actively. I think that makes some sort of sense. But yeah, no,
It
I
does.
really
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I love being out there. So I honestly don't mind going back and forth because I equally love being in Calgary. So it's really cool that you, there can be the best of both worlds where I'm sort of splitting my time there as of right now, which is really special. But yeah, and I'm really grateful that usually one of my parents comes along with me, so I'm never usually by myself. Although there will probably come a day where I do have to be by myself, and that will be an
By that
interesting
time,
experience.
you'll be a seasoned veteran and you will
Yeah,
like be like,
hopefully.
I've done this so many times that I am good. Yeah, don't worry.
Thanks,
I have
Ashley.
faith. Do you feel like being at home and writing, because most of your songs, especially like earlier on, have been written in the very bedroom, like you said, that you are in. Do you feel like now that you're in Toronto a lot, that it's just different influences? You're working with different people. Do you feel your sound's changing, evolving because of that?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a great
Yeah,
question. Yeah, I definitely think environment has a lot to do with what you hear within the music. And I think also I've grown up significantly since I've put out a lot of my old stuff. You know, the stuff you hear on Spotify right now, minus Reckless, High School Play, and Ordinary, were all written between like 11 and 14. So I was very young and obviously writing at home here. And I feel like as I've grown up and I've experienced more, my writing has changed in the sense that it's gotten even more vulnerable, even more open and honest. And then when you're writing with other people, they bring their unique perspectives to a situation too, and maybe bring things you haven't thought about before or really unique musical ideas. So I absolutely love collaborating with people. But I also think, like you said, the environment you're in definitely sort of shapes the sound, which is really cool. Like I had the opportunity to spend a week in Montreal writing and I
oh,
had
yeah,
yeah,
yes.
I love
I love
Montreal.
Mon Same. I love
Love
Montreal.
Montreal.
Oh,
Yeah, it made me
but
want to learn French so badly, being in the
I know.
Uber and, like, talking to the drivers sort of ish. And then you go into the studio and all of the writers and the producers are talking to each other in French and English back and forth. I'm like, "I wanna learn French." But I feel
There's
like
time. You can do it.
right? And I feel like the more time I spent there, the more I adapted to what they were saying, and I picked up phrases, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like if I was here for a certain block of
Yes.
time, maybe it could work potentially.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that. When you immerse yourself in a culture,
Mhm.
it's much easier to adapt to the language, everything.
Mhm.
So, yes. Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so when I was in Montreal, the studio was super homey and there were like records and vines on the wall and a big comfy couch and Montreal feels like such a I don't even know how to describe it. It kind of has a really homey feel. It was yeah, really warm, I think is the right way to describe it when I was there. So a lot of the songs I feel like encompassed a warmth to them as well, which was really cool. And then in Toronto, there was kind of a bit of like more of an edge to some of them. And yeah, it's really cool to to see how the environment you're in definitely influences where you're at and the people in the room. And there's a lot of factors that go into what ends up being in a song. And it's really cool to hear the difference depending on where you are and where you are. That's the right words. Where you
Yeah.
are and
Yeah.
who you're
Where you
writing
are
with.
in the setting, who you're
Yes.
writing with, the vibe of the studio. Like it's so interesting because
Hmm.
fans get, you get the song, you get the final product. And
Hmm.
it's very rare that we get the intel on like how you've created it and
Hmm.
just like how much actually goes
Goes into
into
it. Hmm.
producing a song, even from like your lyrics. So like you've written it and you're like, this is just like one teeny part because now I'm going to go and sit down either with writers and make sure this is what I want. And then I'm going to go to a producer and then I'm going to go to a different session. And so it's so interesting for me, and I'm sure for fans too, to like hear, how the influence kind of changes and like that background of the song. Cause we don't get to hear that as much. Right. So anyway, yes, I love it. I
No, I
love
love
that.
that so much. I completely agree.
Yeah. So you've opened, like, girl, I can't. You've done so much. You have opened for artists like JP Sachs, Brett Kissel, Virginia to Vegas. Like
Mhm.
what? Uh, Unreal.
Yeah.
So what was what was that like experience like for you to open for such like different artists, but also
Mhm.
like well-known artists?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I I guess I can only really describe it as it feeling like such a crazy fever dream. Every time. Brett Kissel was one of the first ever artists to really believe in me. I was 10 and it was one of my first performances for people in public. And I think I sang Brave by Sarah Bareilles and I sang it a cappella. And he stood right beside me and he said, "Next year, we're bringing you back and we're going to do it with my full band." And he brought me backstage after and he gave me some amazing advice after the show, just basically saying that a lot of hard work goes into this. So if you want to make your dreams a reality, you have to just work as hard as you can, continue to be passionate, be a kind human being. He is just such a gem. And I brought me back the next year. I sang with his band, and a lot of them turned out to be mentors of mine and my first ever producers and session musicians who worked on my first songs. So I love Brett Kissel and his whole crew with all my heart. And then JP Sachs was absolutely insane. I have been a fan of his music for forever. And yeah, his album Dangerous Levels of Introspection like got me through some stuff. And I saw him in concert before and he was hosting a contest on social media saying if you sing a song from my new album, then I will pick people to open for me. So it was the day
Oh my gosh.
before. Yeah, I know. Crazy. It was the day before the contest was going to end and I was kind of scared to do it. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to post a little clip of me singing and I guess the worst that can happen is it goes out into the ether of the universe and he never sees it. So I posted a little clip, Fear and Intuition, which is my favorite song on the album. And he saw it and I freaked out. He commented on it and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I don't even need to open for him. Like he saw it. This is crazy.
It's so true. Like, yes,
It's
they saw it.
right.
Yay.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, they know I exist. And then he DM'd me a couple days later and said, we can't have you open in Calgary because of venue curfew, but how would you feel about going to Montreal? And I was like, do I
Yes.
even exactly? I was like, I said yes immediately. I didn't even tell my parents. I just said yes. And then I came up to them after. I was like, so I need to tell you guys something. And of course they were in support of it, but it was so
Of
crazy.
course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it would be crazy. If
And
they
yeah.
had not been. I
Sorry,
think
mom and dad, but yes.
yeah, I would have found a way to get myself out there myself, like if they had said no. But yeah, and it was JP was again also so kind, so caring and generous with his time. He spent 30 minutes talking to me and my family after the show. He came out before I performed and introduced me. I don't think I've ever heard of a headliner coming out and introducing the opener. And the crowd in Montreal was so welcoming and so kind and warm, and a lot of them still message me and follow me to this day, and it was just an incredible, incredible experience. Um, and then, yeah, Virginia to Vegas, I opened for most recently in Calgary. And he's another one that literally grew up listening to his music on the radio, driving to school, blasting songs like Better Man and Selfish and all of his music. So when I found out I was opening for him, it was another one of those moments where like I was running around the room, I was jumping up and down. Yeah, and it was so much fun. I've always wanted to play the venue that we ended up playing in Calgary, and he was also, again, so nice and so kind. And the other one was Jamie Fine. I got to open for her
Oh,
in
yes. Yeah.
October, which was crazy, and that was
I
at the
love
Palace
her.
Theater in Calgary. I love her.
I mean, I love,
She
honestly, all of the artists you've opened
Yeah.
for,
Mhm.
fan of, like
Yeah,
100%.
same.
But Jamie Fine.
Oh my
Incredible.
god, no. She is her voice. She's
Mhm.
hilarious. And
Mhm.
also, again, incredible human being. I She gives the best hugs, just so you guys know.
Oh,
Um,
it's
just
important.
so, so incredible. And she was the same, giving me incredible advice and believing in me. And it just meant the world to have. And she's another one like her. She was an artist that I listened to throughout the pandemic and really got me through that time. So it's really surreal to have these artists that mean so much to you personally standing in front of you, believing in your music, putting you on stages. It's a crazy feeling, and I truly have so much gratitude in my heart for those experiences and those people that were involved and the crowds. It was just, yeah, absolute moments of my life that I will never ever forget. Like, yeah, it's just so surreal. Every time I think about it, I'm like, wow, that happened. It's crazy. But yeah,
It's incredible, like, incredible, and I can only imagine, like, the experience, and you're just, like, the kindness that they've shown you, but then, like, how you are speaking, the gratitude that you're speaking back just also speaks on your character, right? And,
thank
so
you.
there you go. But, like, yes, absolutely crazy experiences, I mean, and wonderful. But I feel like, do you feel too, though, that, like, that gives you reassurance to you as a singer and performer? Like, these are incredible, very well known artists that believe in you, and like, you have opened, not just for one, for several. And so I think, like, you should toot your horn a little bit there,
Oh,
because like, that is fantastic. And like, that says something, like, they believe in you, and they believe in you for a reason. So I just want to put that out there into the
thank you,
universe
Ashley.
for you.
No,
You're
that means
welcome.
a lot, truly. And you are so right. I mean, it's easy to get discouraged sometimes. It's easy to feel imposter
Hmm.
syndrome when you're a
Hmm.
creative, and then when they're these artists that are not only so accomplished but so, visionaries. Whoa, words today, my brain. They are
It's all good.
visionaries in their own right, and people that I've
Yes.
looked up to for so long. And when it's like when Jamie Fine, literally the minute I walked off stage, she was right there. And she's like, dude, your voice makes me want to die in a hole. And I'm like, I was laughing so hard. And yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. And it definitely, on moments where sometimes I feel lost or discouraged or the bad days, it's because everybody has them. I definitely think back to those moments. I think back to those people, and it's a reminder to keep going, I guess, and to keep pursuing your dream and your passion. And I feel like we all have that in a sense where there's somebody out there who said something kind or believed in you in a way, and that can be something to draw on in those moments where you're not feeling so confident.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
yeah, the creative industry is a tough one, like,
Mhm.
because for many artists, there's more tough days than there are great days. And
Mhm.
even the best of the best still feel discouraged. So, to have that reassurance, to be able to look back on these incredible moments and be like, no, I belong here. Like, I've created this, and I deserve to be here, and I deserve to have that spotlight. Like, yeah,
Aw.
absolutely.
Thank you, Ashley.
Okay.
Oh, you're so welcome. I have to ask you about this.
Yeah.
In 2024, you were one of only 2 Canadians who got a golden ticket on American Idol.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It was pretty crazy.
Insane. I grew up, and I'm quite a bit older than you. I grew up, like I watched Kelly Clarkson win American Idol.
Yeah.
First season,
The OG.
loved this show.
Mm-hmm.
And so for you to be on it and win a golden ticket, please tell me, what was that moment like for you?
It was, I think the only way to describe it is surreal, because I never even expected to be on the show. It's crazy because I had posted a video on social media of me performing at a local festival in Calgary. And I was just posting it like a regular post that I do, not thinking anything of it. And then I got a comment underneath saying, "American Idol casting director, check your DMs." And
What? You were
I know.
scouted?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
real.
God. Okay, you were scouted to try. This is incredible. Incredible. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Thanks. But yeah, no, it was so crazy. Yeah. And I mean, I have also been a fan of the show since I was little. I remember watching it with my family growing up and always saying like, "Oh my gosh, one day it'd be so cool to do that." And then I just I think there was one year where I looked it up and it was like, you have to be American. And I was like, "Oh, so I'm never going to do it." So I didn't even know Canadians could do it. And I thought the comment was spam or fake. And then I answered the DM.
Well, for sure.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, because you get all those DMs and comments where it's like, "We want to partner with you for this thing," and it's like, okay, it's not legit, but this was legit. It was a legit casting director, and what I didn't know at the time was, since the pandemic, they'd opened it up to international auditioners, including Canada, and you had to go through auditions on Zoom before you make it to the judges. So,
okay.
yeah. So I was like, you know what?
Interesting.
I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna go for it and at least do the Zoom auditions because, this is something that my younger self wanted to do. So I'm just gonna give it a shot. So I did the Zoom auditions from my basement in Calgary. And I think there was like 3 or 4 rounds for producers, and they got ever more senior the more I went along. And then I got the call about a week after my last Zoom audition, and we were in the parking lot, like about to go in and get groceries. And I got a call from this US number. So I was like, "Oh my God, maybe it's American Idol." And so I answered it, and they said, "How would you like to go down to Santa Barbara and audition for Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?"
I cannot.
No, it was, yes, no, I could not either, Ashley. It was insane. And then I was like, how am I supposed to go in the grocery store and act normal after this? This is crazy.
How can I do normal things? What?
Yeah. And it was even crazier because they did a thing my season where they did auditions in LA, Nashville, and then they went to each of the judges' hometowns. And they only selected 20 people to go to each hometown. And I was one of 20 asked to go to Katy Perry's hometown of Santa Barbara, which was so cool. And it was my first time in the States ever. And I was like, this is a pretty cool way to be going down to California for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just insane. And it was so special because it was such a small group, we were all super close, and it made me a lot less nervous to we were all kind of singing in the waiting room and getting to know each other. And it was you think it would be a cutthroat environment, but everyone was so supportive of each other. It was beautiful to meet other artists who were so passionate about this and who were so supportive and inclusive. And it was really, really special. So yeah, so I went down to California with my family, and we were at the school that Katy Perry used to take singing lessons in. It was this beautiful school in the suburbs of Santa Barbara with all the beautiful trees and greenery. And oh, it was so crazy. So yeah, and then obviously auditioning was a whole other experience. You're standing, waiting in line. You're talking to Ryan Seacrest, who, by the way, is so nice.
I love him. and I imagine that he would be super nice. He seems like an actual legit super nice person. So
legitimately, authentically, he just made me feel so grounded before I went in. He was the last person I talked to. I was like, oh, I feel good. I feel centered. And then, yeah, they bring you around the corner. They tell you when to walk in. And it's so crazy because the way the light hits the judges, they don't even look real. Like they're glowing
Oh
and they
my
look like
gosh.
wax figures, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, like they don't even look
Insane.
insane. And I have to be so real. Ashley, like I blacked out the entire time. I don't remember a
Yep.
single thing I said. I don't remember a single thing about my song. The
No.
only thing I do remember was sitting at the grand piano. I sang Oscar-winning Tears by Ray, and
Oh,
which
love.
is like, oh, such a good song. And
Fantastic.
then yeah, I remember. Okay, wait. So I remember walking in and saying like, "Hi, my name is Kaiya Gamble. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada." And then I remember them like saying something, I can't remember what they said, and then walked over to the piano, sang the song. I remember coming back out, and then I barely remember anything that they said to me other than Luke Bryan saying that my stage presence reminded him of Lady Gaga. And I was like,
And that's
okay.
all you needed to
I
know.
was like,
That's it.
that's fine. That's my life is made. And I
Yeah, if
remember
I never have to sing again.
yeah, it's like, I'm good.
I'm good now.
Thank you. It was crazy. And then obviously they were like, you're going to Hollywood. And I just remember them being so tall. Like they were towering over me and handing me my ticket. And I was just looking up at them like, oh my goodness. And just ran out of the room, hugged my sister, hugged my family, and just felt so shocked. And yeah, it was just, what is my life right now? And then a couple months later went to Santa Monica for Hollywood Week, and that was a whole other experience. And the whole thing just taught me so much, and it was incredible, not only getting feedback from people like Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan, but for like learning from the caliber of talent that was in that room was like invaluable. It was such a beautiful experience and something that I will forever treasure in my life. And yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy. And just like, I'm so happy for you that you got to experience that. I mean,
Thank
what
you.
surprised you? Oh, anytime. What surprised you most about the experience itself? Like, was there anything that you went through during either the audition process or like during Hollywood Week that you were like, oh, I like didn't expect that in a good way or in a bad way, but anything you can share?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I briefly mentioned it, but I was legitimately expecting it to feel so competitive and so intense and cutthroat. But even at Hollywood Week, when there was 150 of us, everybody was so kind, and it was such a community. I mean, we still have group chats that are active and sending each other our music and supporting and commenting on things, and it really did feel like a big musical family. And I think getting eliminated was I was when I was eliminated from the competition, I was more sad to be leaving the people than I was to actually be out of the competition. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't get to see these people tomorrow because I made such incredible connections with people. And I genuinely did not expect that at all. And
Do you still keep in touch with a few
yeah.
of the people that you connected with? Oh,
Mhm.
that's so great.
Yeah, I love seeing what they're up to. And I think everyone is still making music, which is awesome. So I love seeing
Oh, love to hear that.
everybody performing and making music. And yeah, I'm always cheering the Idol squad on. And I love watching the new seasons and the new people who are coming in. There's
Yeah.
always so much talent that comes onto those shows, and I just feel honored to be a small part of that beautiful community. And yeah, it's a really cool chapter of my life that I feel very thankful to have had. And yeah, it definitely taught me a lot about performing under pressure. That's another thing that I learned when I was there. You're sitting under the lights. And the thing they don't tell you about Hollywood Week, I just remembered this, is they don't tell you when you're scheduled to perform. So
What?
yeah, so you're just sitting there waiting to hear your name be called. And Hollywood Week was 2 days. So they were long days, like 18-hour days, like between that time. And you're sitting under the hot lights, you're in your stage outfit, and yeah, you're just waiting to hear your name be called. So you don't know when you're going on. So that also was kind of stressful.
Oh, I would not do well with that.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was insane. So I was in the last 20 people on the second day. So I had to wait so long to perform. And then you're
Oh
on
my
stage
god.
for like 2 minutes and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So it definitely teaches you, yeah, how to perform under pressure. So whenever I get nervous now, I'm like, you performed at Hollywood Week. Like you're
Yeah,
fine. Like calm down.
yeah.
Um,
No. So
but
this
yeah,
that crazy experience just like that taught you, yeah, that helped you immensely. Now you walk up on stage and you're like, this is nothing.
that's
I
fine.
have this.
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, so that's another thing. I forgot about that. That's another thing they don't tell you is you don't know when you're going to step on that stage. At least for my season, we didn't know. So it was a
Mhm.
lot of hurry up and wait, but yeah, it was still crazy and fun. And the other thing that goes back to being a really supportive community is everybody stood up when people were performing and everybody gave standing ovations and were clapping and like being so immensely supportive of people when they were on stage. So even when I had to go on like the last 20 people of the second day and all of these insanely talented people have gone before me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now it's my turn. I felt some sense of security and knowing that there were people in the audience who were standing while I was performing and like people who were cheering and all those things. And it just felt so special.
Yes, what an experience. And like you said, you've taken like all of that with you now
Hmm.
and used it. So beautiful. Okay, let's fast forward to now.
Yes.
You just released High School Play,
Yay!
a hauntingly heartbreaking ballad.
Thank
It's
you.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about the story behind it?
So I was
Hmm.
in my, I'm like, of course I can. I was in my junior year of high school. I was starting a brand new school. I'd never gone there before. And so to make friends and meet people, I decided to audition for the musical, which I was really excited
Okay.
about. And I'd never really, I mean, I'd done musical theater summer camps, but I'd never done an actual show before. So I was like, I'm just going to give it a shot, audition, and see if I'd just be happy with any part. And I ended up getting in and meeting some of my closest friends who I think will be in my life for a long time. But
Love that.
I also met a guy and we had become friends as well. And at that point, I was questioning what we were. I was sort of questioning where we stood in our relationship,
Hmm.
whether or not he had feelings for me or he was just being friendly, or even if I had feelings for him, or if I just was, really admiring him as a performer and as a person. And so when I was in the studio with my co-writers on the song, Simon Wilcox, Tog Salter, and Ron Lapata, I was telling them about this and they were saying, wow, it would be really interesting to talk about being love interests in a show and questioning whether or not your feelings are real or if it's just the script that you're saying. I was like, you're onto something here.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really cool analogy and a twist on the
Yes.
situation I was going through. So that's kind of
Yes.
how the song came to be.
Yeah, and it's an incredible analogy and a very relatable one. Like I think for many people, obviously in high school, it's
Hmm.
like what it directly relates to, but also, in your romantic life, wherever you are.
Hmm.
Um, do you feel like that song reflects who you are now, or is it more of a past version of you?
Ooh, Ashley, good question. Oh my gosh, I've never thought about this before. I feel like, hmm, I feel like it kind of is a past version of me. It was a couple years ago now, and I feel
Mhm.
like there's been so much growth from that point on till now. I feel like I relate to that version of myself in the sense that I still can feel that intense level of confusion when it comes to things because I feel like the song is also an ode to just like being confused with things sometimes.
Absolutely. Yes.
And
Blurred lines.
yes, 100%. So I feel like I do relate in that sense where I still sometimes am confused on where I stand with people or how I feel about people. If that
Mhm.
makes sense. I don't know actually. I don't know if that
It
makes
does.
sense.
No, yeah, I get where no, I totally understand where you're coming from with that
Mhm.
one. What do you hope people feel when they hear it?
I
You
just
you hope
really
they feel like relate to it, or
Yeah, I feel like with all of my music, I just really hope people feel a little less alone in what they might be going through. I just really hope that
Mhm.
people can feel seen and heard and like there's somebody else who's been through a similar situation because that's how my favorite artists have made me feel. They've made me feel like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I've listened to my favorite songs and feel a comfort in knowing that I'm not the only person going through this. So that's been my ultimate goal. Whenever I'm writing music, I just think I really hope this touches somebody who needs to hear it today. So I hope people feel that.
Beautiful answer. Yes. And earlier this year, you collaborated with our friend Con the artist
Yes, love Con.
on or yes, me too. He's great.
He's the best.
On Ordinary,
Mhm,
which is a little bit different than your like. It's a little bit more upbeat and a
mhm.
little bit, but like the vocals on it for you, insane. They're so
Thank
good.
you.
Oh, you're welcome. Like so good. So how did that come together? We kind of got Con's side, like
Mhm.
when me and him chatted, but for you, like what was it like working with another artist on a track?
It was so much fun. So Con and I had sort of mutually known each other on social media. And I just
Mhm.
remember seeing him pop up when he followed me and thinking, wow, this guy's voice is so cool. His sound is so cool. At that time, he only had a couple thousand followers. And I was like, why doesn't this guy have more recognition? He's so awesome.
Mhm.
And so I'm so happy to see him having his moment and shining like he is right now. He so deserves it. He's a
Yeah.
wonderful human being and an amazing artist. But yeah, so we had been following each other on social media, but we also have some of the same team members. So our mutual team member, Chad, shout out Chad, he sent me a text saying, hey, Con, the artist, has this song and they need a female singer on it. Do you want to listen to it? See your thoughts. And I heard it and immediately the first line, I was like, there's something special here. And I think in a world where it's increasingly difficult to feel like being different is okay. I feel like with social media, it's so easy to compare yourself and it's so easy to feel like you should be doing what everybody else is doing. But I've always believed that there is so much power in being yourself and in
Mm.
letting your unique qualities shine. And that's exactly what Ordinary talks about. So yes. I love it. And so I immediately texted Chad back and I was like, I really love the song. I'd love to figure out what this means. So Con and I got on a phone call and I think we literally just chatted about like rom-coms and TV shows and we just got to know each other and I really loved his
Yeah.
vibe. And so the next time I was in Toronto for a performance, we got in the studio and we recorded and it just felt so right. It felt like everything was aligning the way it needed to and that
Mhm.
we were meant to come together and collab. It was my first collaboration track and his first
Yeah.
collaboration track.
I know. Meant to be. Meant
Meant
to
to
be.
be. And just seeing the
Mhm.
response that it's has had so far, it just means the absolute world because I really believe in the message of it. And I love Con and I couldn't be happier with the way that it all worked out. So yeah, shout out Con, shout out Chad, shout out
Shout out
everybody.
to the team.
Yes.
It's honestly, it's a vibe. The entire track is a vibe. It's so
Mhm.
good. I sing it all the time in my car, and it's
Thank
great.
you, Ashley.
Uh, I feel like you have been building so much lately, and I mean, you've touched on it. So, what does this next chapter look like for you? Is there anything upcoming that you can share? Yeah, you can share for us,
Yes, well,
or do we have to wait and see?
no. I'll
We're
give
okay
a
with
few
it.
details only for the sip session.
Yeah.
You know I gotta give a little bit of tea.
Yay!
I gotta spill a bit of
The
the tea,
tea. The spill
metaphorically,
of the tea.
spilling the tea.
Yes.
Yeah, so currently we're just finalizing tracks and release dates for my debut EP, which is coming in the summer. And I am
Yes.
so excited to finally have a body of work come out that I really love and am really passionate about. So, yeah, there's going to be, I think, 2 or 3 more songs that you haven't heard yet that are going to be coming out, which I'm really excited about. And show a whole new side of my artistry and my story. And I really hope that it connects. And yeah, so I'm really excited. We're finishing that up right now and planning some performances around that too in Calgary and maybe Toronto, some other cities potentially. Yeah, so that's in the works right now. And then, yeah, just continuing to hone my craft, perform across Calgary and other cities if I can. And yeah, just continuing to build the connection between fans. That has been what's been really special over the last little while is to see how this community has been building. I just did a Zoom last night with fans, and it was just so special to hear real life stories of how my music has made an impact in people's lives because it's the reason I write music. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to build that and continuing to foster this community in a positive way and hopefully be a positive role model.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Amazing. Well, we can't wait for it. And honestly, what a full circle moment for you, like to talk about all of the artists that inspired you and who you related to, and now to become an artist that is inspiring,
Yeah.
young women and fans globally. What a nice, beautiful full circle moment for yourself. So,
Thank you, Ashley.
Yes. Yes. Before we wrap up, we always end our chats on this session with a quick rapid fire. So
Okay.
are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, I'm so ready.
They're not that bad.
Okay.
You'll be okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
I am a tea girl through and through. I have tried coffee. I like coffee ice cream. But
Oh, okay.
no,
Love
I'm
that.
a
Love
tea
that for
girl.
you.
Give me an Earl Grey, give me a chai, give me a green tea, just any kind of tea. I'm loving it. I've tried coffee many times, but I can't get on board. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Tea's fantastic too, and great for the vocal cords. So
Yes,
I get it.
100%. Get some ginger lemon tea.
Yes.
The best.
Yeah, chef's kiss. Absolutely.
Yes.
Calgary or Toronto? This one might break you. I don't know what you're gonna be.
Ashley, you can't do this to me.
Sorry.
Calgary will always be so special to me. It's the city I grew up in, and the music scene here has also been such a community and a home that has welcomed me so lovingly. Toronto, I've just made so many incredible friends and connections and has some of my favorite coffee shops and stores and thrift shops and cultural, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Tons of amazing local businesses
More
and
diverse
hotspots.
cultures.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know if I can pick this one.
You can call it a tie. If you'd like
I think we maybe have to tie
I'll give it
this.
to you.
I think we maybe have to. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll say Calgary just because it is my hometown. But Toronto is definitely pushing for the top spot right now. So we'll see.
All right. It's a close race. It's a close
Very
race.
close, just like that. Now Calgary's a little bit above it. Yeah.
Dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration, probably Alessia Cara. Or
incredible.
Yeah, she was the first ever artist who really truly inspired me as a whole. Her whole artistry, her performance style, her voice, her songwriting. So probably Alessia Cara or John Batiste is the other one. I love him so much. And I feel like collaborating him would change me spiritually. Like I feel like I'd be forever changed.
You will not be the same.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Well, even meeting him, I was not the same person. So I feel like working with him would change my entire body chemistry for the better.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just drop the mic now. We're good.
Yeah.
Song you wish you wrote?
There's so many. Okay, song I wish I wrote. I'd say the one that immediately comes to mind is Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo.
So good.
It captures such a feeling, which obviously songs are meant to have an emotion, but her Deja Vu is a whole atmosphere. Like you can just feel the entire atmosphere of the song, and
it's very nostalgic.
Yes.
I don't know, she's able to capture the way, maybe that's a produced thing too, because just the way the song is produced, the lyrics, it's so I agree.
Yeah, it's a timeless one. So I feel like that's the one that immediately came to my brain. So I'm going to stick with that answer.
Yeah, stick with that one. First one that comes to mind. Perfect.
There you go.
One word for your current era.
Ooh. Evolving?
Love it.
Yeah. I think evolving is a good one.
Love that. Current song on repeat.
Ooh. Let me quickly check my streaming. I got to see. I've been really into the new Ray album because it just came out and I'm
Yes.
obsessed with it.
First of all, she works with Hans Zimmer. Like, are you kidding?
Yes.
Like, what?
Featuring Hans Zimmer. It's like,
Right.
hello.
Like,
yes.
what?
So that one, I'd say from that album right now, my on repeat is probably What's Up Shakespeare? That one's really good. And I'm also
so good.
I'm also really, really loving, what's the name of it? Really quickly. Pull it up. I've had Breathe by Malcolm Todd on repeat as well. It's very it's very cool. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Sort of more in like the indie pop sort of feel, but it's very like light and breezy and you can just have it on in the background when you're doing things. But yeah, so I'd say probably the entire Ray album, specifically the What's Up Shakespeare though, and then Breathe by Malcolm Todd. Those are some of them right now.
Beautiful. Love that. If high school play was a drink, what would it be?
Whoa!
It's the sip session after all. It's usually a significant question.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not very familiar with like alcoholic drinks. So
it doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink.
I don't know how to
That's okay.
I feel like it's probably like a really smooth but a little bit bitter coffee, like something really smooth and rich but like slightly bitter.
Like in your local like coffee shop that the high school students go to.
Yes. Yeah, 100% local. And I feel like it's like locally sourced coffee bean. Yeah, because I feel like it's definitely got to be something that's comforting, but also has that little bit of a bitter aftertaste. Because I feel like that's how the relationship felt, at least for me. It was like a comforting person, but it's also like always in the back of my mind, like, what is this? You know what I mean? So I think that's the answer.
Fabulous answer. Fabulous answer. Perfect. This was so nice. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Kaiya.
Same. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
That was my conversation with Kaiya Gamble. At just 19, she's already accomplished so much, and I can't wait to see what's next for her. Thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to check out Kaiya's latest single, High School Play, and follow her on Instagram at Kaiya Gamble Official. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sip Session so you don't miss an episode. From me, Ashley, thanks so much for sipping with us today. Until next time, cheers.